Welcome, guys, to this new episode of
The Bad Parents Podcast. I'm your host, Ernie,
I'm your host, Iz.
and today, this week, this month, we're in Bangkok.
Bangkok.
So, you can see we're with little baby Olivia here, who is not really sleeping that well, so we're talking slightly softer than usual.
Yeah, I think we
might
can.
actually sound better.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you
Right.
shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't shout that much often, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways, today we're going to be talking about our search for Olivia's school, because one of the main reasons why we came to this trip is to gauge the prices, the location, the traveling time. What else?
You also understand like what kind of modules or how they
Syllabus
syllabus that they are actually
offering, right?
offering or teaching.
So like, because there are so many different races here from all over, not races, but like ethnicities from people all over the world.
Yeah.
You actually have schools from like Finland, even, it's like crazy. You have every kind of school you can find.
Every background you can find is all in like all these schools.
You can find it. Yeah, it's quite
anywhere.
crazy. So
Yeah.
I personally went to at least 8 different schools.
I only follow him.
You
like
went for half, maybe 4.
3 or 4. I think.
3 or 4,
Yeah.
And yeah, so how do you feel?
I think it is very interesting. Like you can feel the whole entire vibe, right? It's different from Singapore. I get very distracted. Okay. Yeah.
My back is killing me.
Yep. Yeah. Oh. Then yeah, it's actually really eye-opening for me, because usually when during our time when we go for all these like
we're going as students, right? That's the difference.
No, yeah, we're going as students,
it's
but
the
I don't
first time
remember.
we're seeing schools.
Yeah, and the way they actually over the years they develop all the different syllabus and how kids should explore certain way, right? It's very different from our time, of course. I mean we evolve.
Of course, what we're looking for Olivia, one reason is something more nature focused in her education, even though she's incredibly young. We definitely want her to experience something slightly different than
the usual one.
A bit too much pressure at a young age, right? And another reason or thing that we were looking out for was opportunities to play with people from all over the world, meet people, socialize. Especially, we're not planning to send her every day.
Yeah, like the usual ones are 3 times a week, that kind of stuff. But I feel like when I don't really see Singapore one.
I saw quite a few online though.
Yeah, just the way they online, right? And based on my memory or how my nephew is attending, I just feel the one that we are seeing now is totally different.
Different level.
It's different level, because we always, in Singapore, we all about education, stepping up, making sure that they know their language, set really set right for the future, like gain, like setting the right stones for success.
And unless you're paying like big money, I don't think you're going to be having like a vast array of possibilities for your child, right? Unless you're paying the 2, 3, 4K a month kind of schools.
No, which I understand, like Singapore is building up the system in that way, expensive.
Regardless.
Yeah, and why they want to do things a certain way, I totally understand. But for us, we feel that this is something that
it's not value for money.
It's not say not value. It's something not that we want it for our kids.
Of
yeah.
course.
We I don't get to experience a lot of nature when I was younger, and
of
like want her to be more not like
just exposed
yeah, it's not like straight-minded or like very
okay,
not saying don't want her to be proper, but it's more of like explore, like okay, we can play in the dirt, it's fine. I can think out of the box. I can think like,
I don't need to think about which secondary school I plan to go to.
yeah, and
You
like
know, it's
which is the elite school that
yeah.
can help me to get
No, but
connections,
okay.
that kind of shit.
Anyways,
It's not us.
yeah, based on all the schools that we've seen, what we've experienced so far, one of the biggest and obvious things that I realized is that we are getting the expensive school. What you would see in Singapore, and getting that at the normal lower everyday school prices,
Yeah,
right,
which
in
is
Thailand.
a reasonable price.
Correct, considered reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Because from my understanding, the average price of schools right now is, don't count subsidies, but it's about 1,000 plus monthly. And just for some perspective, that is the price of the most expensive school that we saw this trip, which is 1,000 something plus
It's more
per month. Yeah, more, but plus, right? And the average schools that we visited and really liked cost about 6 to 8,000 Sing a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't really check, sorry.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Yeah.
But and then when we go to some of them, number one, they're in locations all over Bangkok, right? Wherever you stay, wherever you plan to do your business in, you can most likely find a school. Number two, you will find people from all around the world. So I think culturally in Thailand, what's important actually is the connections the parents make.
Yeah.
That's how they choose the schools. There are schools like St. Andrews, which cost crazy numbers, but people who go there, they are well connected.
Yeah, they are proper well connected. It's different level from how we see it in Singapore. I mean, because Singapore,
everyone has money.
Everybody,
Yeah.
And also everybody is rich.
That's what I just said, right?
Yeah. You mean money,
Yeah.
Oh, I thought like in different okay, they are like different level, but in here you can tell the difference, like the rich and the middle class,
Of
and
course.
like different. Yeah, I mean,
it's a big difference here.
It's more of a beneficial for us, or privilege. I don't know how to say that.
It is our privilege, right? That we can
Yeah.
come from Singapore and then we come to a country like Thailand and sort of like take advantage of what is available to us. Of course, that is our privilege, and
But
that
we
is exactly
also-
what we're doing.
Yeah, but we also appreciate all the things that how they set up.
Oh, it's incredibly thoughtful.
Yeah, and it's really a different level that what I'm seeing in Singapore. Like even the way they set up for the for Olivia age and the kids and all the thing. I met like one of the teacher. She is so thoughtful that she go through different processes for us, like telling us she mix different culture way of doing countings and small little details.
They educated themselves to global differences and try and curate
their
own
version.
thing.
Yeah, their own version, and I really liking it. And they also create like outdoor activities,
that's
and
a big
also
part.
like barefoot activities. Like that one is like it
It's
actually
a barefoot school.
barefoot
That
school.
was a barefoot school.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a bit more on the woke end,
yeah,
but
it's quite woke, but then
we enjoyed the tour.
Yeah, we enjoy the tour very much, because like they let the kids to be like play with the. I tell you, majority Singaporean parents, right? I'm not saying that it's not good, but like you see it.
Not as open to the idea.
Yeah, cause I also will be the one that like,
especially
so
since
dirty, so dirty. It's like mud everywhere. Why do they play with dirt? It's not hygiene.
I think a big part of what I noticed also was that a lot of the schools were focused on letting children be children.
Yeah, and actually help them with creativity, which I actually I will appreciate more lah. Yeah.
And they have, all of them are fairly balanced in schedule, ensuring that one day is for sports, another day is for gardening, stuff like that.
Yeah. And also got one actually made me remember. It's like they create outdoor activity, right?
Mhm.
They let you choose what you want
Oh yeah,
and
true.
give you a choice. I mean, that is very woke lah, from according to Ernie, because usually what we have in school is like one, they only cater one for, like example, you don't like drawing, but everybody that must draw
At the same
at the
time or
same time.
whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, we don't know Singapore how much has changed over the years.
yeah. I
To be
roughly know
fair,
a bit
uh,
lah, but it's
yeah,
from
but
my
like
yeah,
general, we're talking
yeah.
about in general, and then
They will split up the
what?
kids to
Yeah,
what their choices they
but what I
want.
also like is you can see the obvious reinvestment of money, but also they hire at least 2 to 3 people per class, depending on the age. The younger ones, under 2, you probably have 3 to 4 people watching over them, helping them with potty training and all that. And then the older ones, you have 2 to 1.
Yeah.
So I actually really enjoyed touring the schools.
Actually, quite interesting
Yeah.
because you bring me to one of the school. I'm not going to name any. It's more of like they hire so many people, and even if after they all like the student is all
Left.
gone or left, right? I mean the teachers or the admin people, they will stay back to do a lot of activities, like all the crafts to prepare for
the next day.
the next day. And it's not like a small thing. The way I'm seeing them prepare, right, it's like a huge project.
Yeah, I think it's the stuff my mom loves to do.
Yeah.
That's why we were telling my mom like, hey,
Man.
come here start a school lah.
Yeah,
Cause
but of course, like need to have license and all. But her mom is really good with all this like
art
art and craft.
because I remember she used to like fold paper, then make me cut, and like we used to catch caterpillars in the garden and stuff like that.
She will be a very good like preschool teacher or like educator, because I mean
patience.
most of your uncles and aunties are educator one. No way.
I don't know. I mean
Yeah.
And then I don't think that I saw any school so far, I guess, focusing on electronics at all, which is something I love. I didn't see a single tablet, and I think that is exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I mean tablet, all this kind you will use in the future, but not at their age.
No, but some people start so young, man.
Do you think our Singapore school have it?
Yeah, I think so. On some level, there is.
You got see them like doing it, right?
No, you can see people using it, and in a way, the kids kind of see that, right? Like, oh, adults are using it around me, stuff like that. I don't know, but anyways, these are our experience searching for a school, and thankfully we found one that we really liked, and we'll most likely move forward with.
And I didn't really get to go for the tour, and I let Ernie decide. But
you still went, man.
But I still went. But it's like nobody there to introduce. But I have to say, I'm so impressed with not say the facility is like wow young those kind like super modern, but the way they plan out the whole entire school layout.
Me too.
I will feel that it's really like wow. If I'm a kid, I would love to be in that school to play around like mad.
But I think another thing to note, because we've been planning on this move to Thailand for a long time, a key thing for us was finding a school not too far away from where we plan to live and do our business in. This is highly important due to the traffic, right? I mean, that goes without saying. Everyone knows Bangkok traffic. So if you are or ever intend to go overseas, Thailand specifically, I think that's the school should be a huge consideration over where you plan to stay. To be honest, it should be like, okay, I mean, prioritize your kid in that way, right? Because you have to send them to school by 8:30 a.m. And if you stay far away, that means you got to wake up at 6. But if you stay down the road, you can wake up at 7:30, 7:45 and walk, right? Or you'll be in the traffic for a damn long time in the morning. And no point putting your kid through that before they even start the day.
And it's every day.
They'll go crazy,
Yeah. And I realized that this is not only just one school who tell us that like
Mm.
most of the schools say it's best for you to live around this area.
Yeah, so actually
Yeah.
when they start to have some of them ask me, where do you stay? And the moment I stay a certain area, right?
Yeah.
They start to like, okay, whatever, like don't even care about me because they know that I won't choose them.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah. But we didn't realize it.
I felt it, but I mean, of course, it's unprofessional, but I totally understand why. Also,
I actually didn't really understand until like there was at some point once the work school is it no the second one that we go right, then I realized the traffic is so bad, and then I just tell me like, oh my god, the heat is bad.
oh yeah,
The heat, no, I mean like it just struck me like, can you imagine if we have to go through 30 minutes jam every single
it's
day,
terrible.
right? Just or even more. I mean in Singapore also jam, but their jam is next level. I mean it depends.
Different, yeah.
It's a different kind. Yeah,
So,
and
yeah,
that's why we don't want to like go through.
yeah, no
this.
point going through
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, in terms of like getting visas and stuff, the schools will usually provide you a letter for you during your visa application, and then yeah, everything else should be quite simple and easy. The process. Yeah, so these are our thoughts.
Yeah, but of course you need to get a lawyer to help
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
So these are our thoughts on our search for a school in Thailand. And yeah, stay tuned for the next episode. We will be sharing more about, you know, traveling with a kid in Bangkok, what it's like, and yeah.
Yeah, I will share with you the items that I have buy to
Like,
prepare the
share,
trip.
follow. See ya.